Jon Stewart did not need to attack Donald Trump directly. He simply let Trump's own words do the damage. The clip showed Trump proudly describing the cognitive test he had taken, recalling a basic animal identification question as though it were a historic presidential achievement. The humor came from the contrast between Trump's confidence and the simplicity of the test itself, allowing Stewart to expose the absurdity without saying much at all.
I want to be a nice person, okay? I've striven all my life to be nice. Actually, people do like me.
Now at least you know it's my hair because it's raining out here. If this wasn't my hair, believe me, I would not be out here.
Trump seems to be almost getting smarter with age, because this is how he handled math questions 20 years ago on the Howard Stern show.
All right, I'm going to ask you a tough question.
Yeah.
Wharton School of Business.
Yes.
What's 17 times 6? Come on.
What is it, human calculators? See, that's not a practical...
96?
Wrong.
94?
Wrong.
That's not a practical application, though.
Ivanka, 17 times 6.
It's 11, it's 1112.
1112 isn't a real number. That's two numbers just placed side by side. Why do you think that you're the only president that happens to? That for some reason, every time you go to the doctor, which is a lot, the doctor's always like, hey, while you're here, if you could come over here and just explain very quickly, which one of these is the bear?
I'm the only president to take a cognitive test. You know, the first question is very easy. It's a lion, a giraffe, a bear, and a shark. They say, which one is the bear?
You're the only president to take the cognitive test. Why do you think that is?
They say, take a number, any number. Okay, I'll take 99. Multiply times 9, okay? Divide it by 3, good. Add 4,293, that's good. There aren't a lot of people that get it right. I got it right.
The answer was bear. Let me not be dismissive. No, Trump is a regular Stephen Hawking. That's what it is. Although I thought the only thing they had in common was being in the Epstein files.
My blood, I'm smart. Great marks, like really smart. If I were a Democrat, especially if I was a liberal Democrat, that's I'm the smartest human being ever.
I know you're a genius. Try again.
112.
112.
It is 112?
112.
Yeah, so that is a number, but it's still wrong. It's 102. But
Leaders are stupid people. They are incompetent. ISIS is building a hotel in Syria. They're competing against me.
somehow we're supposed to believe that 20 years later, you've turned into a f***ing genius. You've turned into a working class janitor at MIT solving quadratics between mopping up. You know, I can't believe they ever gave Trump the FIFA math prize.
Jon Stewart watched the clip without interrupting. When it ended, he asked one simple question. If no other president constantly brags about taking a cognitive test, why does Trump keep bringing it up? The audience laughed. But Stewart's point was serious. Trump had repeatedly described himself as a genius and used the result of a basic cognitive screening as proof that his critics were wrong. Stewart then reminded viewers what the test was actually designed to do. Check memory, attention, language, and visual spatial skills. It can be medically useful, but it is not an IQ test. That distinction exposed a weakness in Trump's argument. Passing a routine screening may be reassuring, but it does not prove exceptional intelligence, sound judgment, discipline, or leadership. Recognizing an animal, or drawing a clock, says nothing about someone's ability to handle war, diplomacy, the economy, or the responsibilities of government. Stewart did not mock the test, or the people who take it. Instead, he focused on Trump's need to keep repeating the story. Most people pass a medical evaluation, feel relieved, and move on. Trump turned it into a personal trophy, and that, Stewart suggested, was far more revealing than the test itself.
These globalists want to squander all of America's strength, blood, and treasure, chasing monsters and phantoms overseas. In addition, there must also be a complete commitment to dismantling the entire globalist neocon establishment that is perpetually dragging us into endless wars, pretending to fight for freedom and democracy abroad,
We should have never gone into the Middle East. We should have never gone into the Middle East. Under my leadership, we will turn the page forever on those foolish, stupid days of never-ending wars. We're rebuilding our military stronger than ever before, and we are not going to deplete it again on stupid, senseless, endless wars. World War III has never been closer than it is right now. We need to clean house of all of the warmongers and America last globalists in the deep state. I am the president who delivers peace. I was the first president in decades who didn't start a war. And the worst, most incompetent, most corrupt president in history is going to drag us into World War III. And this horrible, horrible president is dragging us toward World War III. We're going to be in World War III soon. Because I think we would have been good with Iran. I don't want to do anything bad to Iran. Large sections of the Middle East. I mean, look at the death and destruction that's taken place. And none of this would have happened if I were president. Our opponents join with warmongers and neocons to wage endless wars, these wars that never end. Together we're fighting to secure our borders, end the endless foreign wars, and defend the working people of America. But the Muslim and Arab voters in Michigan and across the country want a stop to the endless wars and a return to peace in the Middle East. That's all they want. Speaking of World War III, I'll keep you out of World War III. What would happen if we had a war? We won't, with me, but you will have World War III, I believe, without me, but we won't have. I will be sure that World War III will not happen. I'm the only one can say it won't happen. But I stand here today, and I'm the only candidate who can make this promise. I will prevent, and very easily, World War III, very easily.
President Trump's promise to start no new wars is exactly what many voters wanted to hear. After years of costly military conflicts, people are tired of seeing American lives, money, and resources spent overseas, while serious problems at home remain unresolved. They want a president who can protect the country without rushing into another long and dangerous war. However, the real test will come when international tensions rise. Avoiding war requires more than a strong speech. It demands diplomacy, patience, strategic thinking, and the ability to resist pressure from political allies, military advisors, and foreign governments calling for escalation. Supporters will judge Trump not only by what he says, but by whether his actions truly match this promise. For many voters, America First means focusing on national security, the economy, the border, and the daily struggles of ordinary Americans instead of becoming trapped in another endless conflict. They are not asking the United States to appear weak. They are asking for strength to be used carefully and responsibly. This is what many people believed they were voting for. A leader who would defend American interests, pursue peace through strength, and avoid unnecessary wars. Now they will be watching closely to see whether Trump can keep that promise when the pressure is at its highest.